And the prize for the ultimate grand supreme beauty goes to a row of young girls stand on stage, crossing their fingers and praying that their name will be called. They want to hear their name loudly announced over an intercom so that they can be reassured that they are beautiful. One lucky girl goes home with a trophy and a smile from ear to ear, while the others dreadfully go home with stage moms who will undoubtedly let them know what they did wrong, even though the whole pageant was just meant to be for fun. This is the normal life of a child pageant competition. Child beauty pageants began in the 1960s, and the ages range from 0 to 12. Child beauty pageants consist of smiling appearance, like sportswear, evening attire, dance and talent. Children are judged on individuality, looks, compatibility, capability, poise, perfection, and confidence. This is what judges label as the complete package. My 8-year-old cousin Sophia has been in beauty pageants her entire life, and it has really shaped her. It boosted her confidence for sure, but she is constantly being judgmental towards others. Once again, she's only 8. Sadly, she is always looking in the mirror and worrying about the way she looks. When I ask her what she wants to be when she grows up, quickly she informs me that she wants to be a model or a superstar. She is more concerned about pageants than she is about school, which is a shame in my opinion. I don't believe that children should be allowed to participate in beauty pageants due to the fact that it causes distractions with the truly important things in life. It causes children to rely on their appearance to earn success in life, and in some cases, it exposes children to premature sexuality. Beauty pageants are costly, they have long-term effects, and the children are sexually portrayed. Beauty pageants are costly. The entrance fee into a beauty pageant can cost up to $500. That's not including the dress, hair, makeup, and coaching services that are usually involved. The money put towards beauty pageants could be actually going towards their college or university funds. Parents spend about $3,000 to $5,000 on a pageant. Dedicated pageant moms tend to enroll their children into pageants every weekend, so that's roughly 50 pageants per year, and within 2 years' time, they have spent nearly $500,000. Let me rephrase that. $500,000. I have 2 college degrees, and that is my total tuition paid nearly 15 different times. Beauty pageants are not only costly, but they also have long-term effects. In February 2007, the APA released a report on the sexualization of girls. The report showed that girls' exposure to hypersexualized media content can negatively impact their cognitive skills, their developmental skills. This can lead to things like eating disorders, low self-esteem, and also depression. Fewer girls pursue careers in science, technology, and engineering, and they also have a diminished sexual health. Competing inhibits children from forming positive relationships. Children, in my opinion, have way too many stressful years as is, and physical appearance should be the last thing that they're worried about. A lot of children in a survey were asked what they wanted to be when they grew up. Most of them replied that they wanted to be a movie star or a model. The chances of becoming those are very small. Another discouraging thought is that very few of those surveyed children said that they wanted to attend college. Children in beauty pageants are also sexually portrayed often. These pageants require little girls to dress up and like pint-sized adults. Contestants can be seen with fake hair, spray tans, full makeup, and ornate costumes. Some of these girls even are forced to wear artificial teeth, which they all call flippers. Yet another necessity for performing at a pageant is having a personal pageant coach. These coaches set the stage moms back around $20 to $30 an hour. On average, the girls spend about 4 to 5 hours with their coach per day. Each child also has a professional hair and makeup artist. Before each pageant, the girls are sprayed with self-tanner and ensure that they look pretty and sun-kissed. Manicures and pedicures are also a must for any little diva who is going to walk across the stage. Participating in pageants gives the children the urge to forever be noticed, and maybe all that personal attention is not a good thing. If you've ever heard the story of JonBenet Ramsey, I'm sure it gave you chills. JonBenet Ramsey was once seen seductively strutting across a stage dressed as a 25-year-old woman. She was only 3 years old at the time. She was found murdered in her basement with a ransom note. JonBenet's father was interviewed many years after her tragic death, and he said that he felt beauty pageants exploited his daughter and he wished that he had never put her in one. There is a way that we can reduce the media and exploitation of beauty pageants. The first step is to simply avoid putting your child into a pageant. It's a multi-million-dollar industry. In the 1960s, there were 20 million viewers, and currently they are down to about 9 million people who participate in and watch the pageants. The more education people have about beauty pageants, the less likely the parents are to enter their child into one of these pageants. The loss of business, of course, results in a loss of money for the industry. Though you don't drive every weekend to grab a chair at the nearest Little Miss Sunshine pageant, watching programming based on these pageants is considered promoting these pageants as well. The ever-popular television show Toddlers and Tiaras has the attention of about 2 million viewers per week. As with every program on television, if you don't view the show, they won't play the show. If pageants are going to continue, they at least need to be regulated. House Representative Mosley of North Carolina wants to pass a bill asking the study committee to establish the need for regulation. The first step would be to acknowledge this. If the risks were acknowledged and proven true, then the study committee would address it. France went ahead and passed a bill to ban pageants for children under the age of 16. French residents who decided to break this law are given a $40,000 fine and also jail time. The Senate approved of the bill, and they settled it as an amendment law to women's rights. So just sit and imagine of someone putting on a crop top shirt, Daisy Dukes, hair curled and spray tanned. Their eyelashes are as long as their nose, and their flippers are in. They grab their hairspray to make their hair stick, all while practicing their dance moves. Then they grab their alcoholic beverage to calm their nerves. This is a 6-year-old girl. So instead of an alcoholic beverage, their moms give them a harmful energy drink to amp them up. Many young pageant girls grow up to have hardships. Dressing up and acting like grown women at such a young age can cause these girls to compel their sexuality prematurely. Another thing these girls suffer with is low self-esteem. The girls don't have the constant reassurance of prettiness that they once had when they pranced across the stage. Feeling unattractive often leads them to eating disorders, such as bulimia and anorexia. In conclusion, beauty pageants are costly, they have long-term effects, and they sexually portray children. So I'm asking you not to put your child in beauty pageants or support shows about beauty pageants. As a further step, you could even attempt to pass a bill to regulate them. It's as simple as visiting your state's website and proposing to pass a bill. Think about the stress of a beauty pageant. Think about your childhood and how these little girls will never get to live one like ours. Think about the long-term effects and how these girls are sexually portrayed. Think of John Benet Ramsey.